Zombies is finally in a Call of Duty beta. And today I just want to break down my thoughts on Black Ops 7 Zombies, the good and the bad, on how the beta feels, and basically my overall first impressions and opinions on this game. And we also need to keep in check that this is just a survival map. There is nothing really deep to this at all. So first off, let's start with the good before we can get into the bad. And honestly, I know everyone else says this. Aesthetically, absolutely gorgeous. This was the first time in a long time that I got that vibe that I was playing zombies. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it just felt like I was playing Call of Duty Zombies. And I say that because I've been around since World at War playing zombies, and this is the first time I felt that since Black Ops 4, where I was just immersed. I obviously had to tinker with the HUD a little bit and get rid of the minimap and the health bars and the damage numbers. But once that was removed, I truly felt immersed in the game. And I haven't felt that way in a long time. I think the Black Ops 6 maps are gorgeous. I think Zombies has been fun in the modern era. But this is the first time I felt immersed in the world, in the map, the juicy bits that the map had to offer. And I felt like every zombie and every special type of zombie, the Ravagers and the Zersa, they all belonged. And that is something that I haven't seen, and I don't think anyone has seen since Black Ops 4, and that is something that they need to be given credit for, because it is beautiful, it is immersive, and it is enjoyable. Another thing is the gameplay loop of Black Ops 6 is obviously in Black Ops 7, and that can be a negative for some people, that can be a positive for some people. I'm going to put it in the good section, but I'm also putting it in the bad section, because I absolutely love how Black Ops 6 plays and the gameplay that it feels. I love the feeling of killing zombies. I love how it plays. But this game is basically Black Ops 6 with a few tweaks here and there. I really like that there is no tac sprint. That's something that I've always hated in Call of Duty, and I think it's phenomenal. It's just a basic, polished version of Black Ops 6. And I say that because it's a great thing, because it's fun, but at the same time, it's a very bad thing, because you want your games to feel different if you're going to justify spending a lot of money on it. Another good thing is the Pack-a-Punch camo, which goes into the aesthetics of the map. I love the new redesign of the ammo cache. I love that they are trying to make it more immersive and have a little bit more story inside of the map as opposed to just intel and character quotes. And I loved the writings on the wall, the mysterious cube thing with the eyeball at the bottom of the farm. I love that there are things that you see and question as opposed to just hear or read intel and question. And that is something that Zombies has lacked for a long time, and that's why I can't stop praising it enough. I think the gameplay loop is amazing, and I think the aesthetics is amazing, and I think, let's just talk about the Zersa. The Zersa is the first time I felt like genuine anxiety when they get onto the map, because you have to focus on this threat that actually wounds you, and then it slowly drains your health and it stops you from recovering, while there are 40 plus zombies just surrounding you like crazy. It's the first time I felt that in a long time, because I feel like in most modern zombies games, you can just kind of disregard the zombie and slay the special or elite enemy. But this one, it feels different. It feels more like a threat. And that's majorly important to the atmosphere, but also how immersive this game is. Another thing that I absolutely loved is how much more difficult it is to get salvage. Yes, you have the little chompy, which gives you more strategy on getting salvage, but I love how difficult it is to upgrade the rarity, which basically makes you have to hit the box or buy a weapon off the wall. And that's the first time I've been voluntarily hitting the box or buying weapons off the wall just to survive in modern zombies. And I think it's awesome, because I've hit the box in Black Ops 6 and obviously in Cold War and MWZ, but this game made me feel like I had to, just like the old days. And I think that's very important for the the dynamics of the game, because the mystery box was kind of redundant at some point in most modern zombies games. But this time I finally felt like it was important to the game and how it flows, which is a very good positive. Another positive is the Ravagers. I think they're creepy. I love how they hoard up, and I think they're genuinely terrifying. They are hard to kill on the zombie special rounds in the higher waves, obviously, and I think that's really important because this is a unique special round, a unique max ammo round, and I think it's very important to have different max ammo rounds every single map, but also make them feel like they belong in that map. And I think this is phenomenal. It does very well with it. The Ravagers are terrifying, and they attack you in packs, and I love that it genuinely is a threat on the special rounds, and honestly on the higher rounds they're harder to take care of than just the regular rounds, and I love that. That's a huge positive for this. Another one of the positives is the score. When I heard the classic round change during the Ravager round, and then like the remix of the old guitar riff from classic Zombies after you complete that round, it was amazing. The sound team every year, no matter what game it is, knocks it out of the park, and they have yet again knocked it out of the park. I love the announcer, I love the sounds, I love the ambient music, I love the look of the zombies, I love the look of everything. But obviously, there are some negatives, and we need to focus on that because it's important, and we need to give constructive feedback and not just shit on things because it's modern. And I think a very fault of Black Ops 7 is, like I said, it literally just is Black Ops 6 with a little bit of polish. And that is a very good positive, but a very big glaring negative. It doesn't feel like I'm playing a new game. It just feels like a more immersive DLC. And whether you think that's worth buying the new game, that's up to you. Obviously, I am, because I'm so in love with zombies and how it plays. But it literally, I can't lie. It is literally just Black Ops 6 with a little bit of polish and a lot better aesthetics and a lot more immersive. I love how the enemies and everything immerses you into the game, but at the end of the day, it's literally Black Ops 6. And I wish they would have made it so it feels different, because you want your zombies games to feel different. You compare Black Ops 2 to Black Ops 1, and they're vastly different. You compare Black Ops 3 to Black Ops 2, and it's vastly different. 4 to 3, same thing. But this is literally just a copy and paste of pretty much everything with some nice quality of life improvements and some polish. And I don't like that. Another thing that I'm kind of worried about, which I'm going to put in the negative section, is replayability in terms of like the grind. Because if they're just going to give us all of our augments right off the rip that we've unlocked in Black Ops 6 right when this game launches, then unlocking all the new augments is probably only going to take like 2 days, and then there's nothing. Whereas in Black Ops 6, it took at least a couple of weeks to get everything done, and I'm genuinely scared that carrying over all the augments and just giving it to us because we unlocked it in Black Ops 6 is a bad idea. I'm also worried about a lot of little minor things, and I'd say most of it comes down to the variety in gameplay, because Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7 are very, very similar. And I hope the new HUDs that are going to be in the full game that you can customize and have themes for really immerse you a little bit more. But I wish they would have done more. Maybe change the movement, make the guns feel different. I also think that the guns feel weaker, but I don't know if that's necessarily a negative or a positive, because back in the day, your guns dropped off pretty early. Like, guns literally didn't do anything besides get you points back in Black Ops 1 after, like, round 45, 50. They didn't do anything. And that's why I think it's a good thing, but also I think it's a bad thing, because you want to be able to use multiple different guns for a longer period of time, and I don't think we're going to be able to do that. But overall, I think this is solid. I think it's like a 7 out of 10. I have fun with it, and I think the full-fledged round-based zombies maps are going to be a lot better when we take into account that we're just playing a survival map. This is just like a Black Ops 2 survival map. There's nothing to do but kill zombies. And I think that's going to be a very big positive on the game. You just have to look at it like that. Because if you look at it like you're playing a full-fledged round-based zombies map, it's going to be a blemish and you're going to think it's bad. So I'd say it is a 7 out of 10. It's fun. There's some things they've got to improve. I wish there was more diversity in the game, but there's not, and that's nothing that we can really do at this point because it's obviously ready to come out. So I think they just need to continue on this trend of having maps that are immersive, make them feel different, and I pray that every map is unique and has unique features everywhere. Because if they all just play the same, just like Black Ops 6, it's going to be a very bad sign for Black Ops 7 in the long term. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below if you want to like and subscribe. Let me know if you agree with this or disagree with this. I'd love to hear from you. But we'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much.